complex numbers. Till class 10th, you must have learned that if x is square root of 36, then it is 6. And if it is square root of minus 36, this is impossible. In other words, negative number can't be there within a root over sign. This is what the syllabus of class 10 says us. Once you come to 11th or 12th, you'll find a little bit advanced thing to this, that I will say root of minus 36 is definitely 36 into minus 1, and this is root of 36 into root of minus 1. This is 6, and root of minus 1 is written like I. This is 6i. Here we go with symbol I, what stands for the complex numbers. So what exactly a complex number is something which is impossible. Impossible, or which is not real. Thereby square root of minus 1 I say as I. Overall the section is quite easy. Only the name is complex, like it's complex numbers, but the application behind the same is quite easy. So if I will say I is square root of minus 1, what I'll do here is I will make a square on both sides, and I'll get I square is minus 1. I cube is I square into I, which is minus 1, into I, which is minus I. I to the power 4 is, you can make it in two ways. One is I square into I square. I square is minus 1 into minus 1, which is 1. I to the power 5 is I to the power 4 into I, which is 1, into I is I. I to the power 6 is I to the power 5 into I, which is I square, which is minus 1. I to the power 7 is I to the power 6 into I, which is minus 1, into I is minus I. I to the power 8 is I to the power 7 into I, that is minus I, into I. I into I is I square, so it's minus I square. I square is minus 1, so this is minus of minus 1, which is 1. So why I'm telling you this is, you can make out that I square is minus 1, I cube is minus I to the power 4 is 1, I to the power 8 is again 1. So whenever you are getting I to the power 4 or a multiple of 4, like I to the power 4, I to the power 8, I to the power 12, I to the power any number divisible by 4, let me say 12 or 1200 or 12,000, whatever it is, this will always end in 1. If I will tell it as a formula, then I to the power 4n is 1. So if you are given a question, find out I to the power 122. So what we'll do here is just make a number which is divisible by 4. 122, previous number divisible by 4 is 120. 120 by 4 is 30. Then make it's 2. 122 is 120 plus 2. So that is, this is 1 into I squared. 1 I squared is minus 1, so this is minus 1. Had it been I to the power 427, you can easily make out that this is 427 is 424 plus 3, because I'm searching a number which is divisible by 4. So this is I to the power 424 into I to the power 3. This is 1 as it's divisible by 4. I cube, you can make out I is square root of minus 1. I square is minus 1. I cube is minus I. This one is not required actually, just you can leave as I. I square is minus 1. I cube is minus I. So this is I cube, which is minus I. Answer is minus I. Now overall, a complex number is given by a symbol like Z is x plus iy. This x is called real part and the y is called imaginary part. Imaginary is synonymous to complex number, to the word complex. So you can say imaginary numbers instead of telling complex numbers. What is a real number? A real number is something which is a possible number. Like how many students are there in your class? You will tell a real answer like 50, 70. These all figures are real. You can also say log of 50, log of 70 and all this. These are possible numbers. Basically meaning use the calculator. If your calculator gives any answer which is real, which is a possible answer, like it's giving an answer. If it's an imaginary number, it will give a symbol like this. So if you by chance put log of minus 5, then it will give you an answer like E. You can check in your calculator, log of 0, it will give an answer like E. So these are not real numbers. Out of the complex numbers, we are discussing for the moment square root of minus 1. So some of the examples we can make out, like it's 2 plus 3i. 2 is the real part, 3 is the imaginary part. It can also be like simply 7i, because 7i can be written like 0 plus 7i. 0 is the real part, 7 is the imaginary part. If a number is, if I'll write that a complex number is 5, and if it's saying find the real and imaginary parts, so you can very much write like 5 is equal to 5 plus 0 into I. So real part is 5 and imaginary part is 0, or complex part is 0.